when you are starting this goat farming business or goat farming as a self-independent business, then first thing you should know कि ये जो गोट हम संभालने जा रहे हैं या पालने जा रहे हैं, व्हाई दिस इज फॉर अस। क्या गोट फार्मिंग पालने से हमें कुछ मिलेगा, या गोट फार्मिंग से जो हम बिजनेस करने जा रहे हैं इससे हमें कुछ मिलेगा, या फिर हम गोट फार्म से जो बिजनेस करेंगे, जो गोट चूज करेंगे, इससे इससे जो हमारे को इकोनॉमिकल लॉस होगा वो होगा या नहीं होगा। तो ये सब क्वेश्चंस है कि व्हाई दिस वी हैव टू चूज दिस गोट, देयर आर सो मेनी बिजनेसेस, बट व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग दिस गोट एज अ बिजनेस मॉडल। देन हु विल बाय our goats, क्या हमने गोट प्रोडक्शन किया तो who will buy this goat और गोट मीट। देन हाउ विल प्रोड्यूस योर गोट्स, क्या हमें कौन सा मॉडल यूज करना है मैनेजमेंट का, और क्या किस मॉडल से कम खर्चा और ज्यादा से ज्यादा मुनाफा मिलेगा, और हाउ दिस विल बी प्रॉफिटेबल और नॉट। ये सब सारे क्वेश्चंस को हमको एनालिसिस करना है, हम खुद को स्टडी करना है। देन वी हैव टू consult with experts from different renowned institutes or doctors. You have to consult these experts. Then you have to note all this analysis. You have to study, means this pre-study of your business. You have to do this business. Then these all questionnaires you have to write in on your paper and go through that questionnaires. And if you are getting means good opportunity, means in that questionnaire you are solving most of the problems, then you will be liable to do this goat farming business. देखो जैसे अभी हमारा एटीट्यूड होता है या फिर हमें नॉलेज होता है, गोट फार्मिंग का नॉलेज है बट वी डोंट हैव एटीट्यूड अबाउट बिजनेस, या फिर हम जो भी स्किल है, अभी जैसे वेटरनरी डॉक्टर्स होते हैं, दे नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग ऑफ दिस गोट फार्मिंग बट दे कैन नॉट डू द बिजनेस। देयर आर सो मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स विद दैट पर्सन। सो यू मस्ट हैव एटीट्यूड टूवर्ड दिस फार्मिंग, गोट फार्मिंग। वो एटीट्यूड ज्यादा से ज्यादा रहेगा, देन ओनली यू कैन डू दिस गोट फार्मिंग बिजनेस। सो ये सारे क्वेश्चंस को आपको नोट करना है एंड उसके बाद में ही आप गोट फार्मिंग के बारे में सोच सकते हैं। देखो अभी गोट क्या है, गोट फार्मिंग जैसे हमारे इंडिया में लाइवस्टॉक फार्मिंग होती है, लाइवस्टॉक बहुत सारे लाइवस्टॉक्स होते हैं, गाय है, भैंस है, देन शीप है, मेंढी है, या फिर गोट है, या फिर बर्ड्स है। बर्ड्स में जैसे कि पोल्ट्री बर्ड्स हो, देसी बर्ड्स होते, या लेयर बर्ड है, या मांस के लिए बर्ड्स है, या फिर ईमू हो गया या बटर हो गया। ऐसे बहुत सारे हमारे देश में व्यवसाय किए जाते हैं जो पशुपालन संबंधित है। तो गोट फार्मिंग में क्या है, गोट एक बहुत सारा एक एनिमल है जो हम गोट प्रोडक्शन में या गोट रैंकिंग में हम वर्ल्ड में सेकंड रैंक पे है। और गोट क्या है, मल्टीपर्पज एनिमल। क्या है, हमें एक गोट से दूध मिल सकता है, मांस मिलता है, हेयर मिलता है, उसकी चमड़ी मिलती है, देन उससे ऐसे बहुत सारे, या मैन्योर मिलता है। तो इसीलिए गोट इज मल्टीपर्पज एनिमल है। और हम गोट का जो मिल्क है हमारे देश में 3% तक हम इसको हमारे मिल्क प्रोडक्शन में कंसिडर करते हैं, या उतना कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है हमारे मिल्क प्रोडक्शन में। और ये क्या है, गोट फार्मिंग, ये तो छोटे छोटे बेरोजगार हो गए या छोटे किसान है, उनका बेसिकली बिजनेस है, क्योंकि उनके पास में बड़ी खेती नहीं होती या वो खेती नहीं कर सकते। तो इसीलिए ये इसको महात्मा गांधी ने कहा था कि ये गोट ये गरीबों की गाय है। और दिस काउ, दिस गोट इज अ काउ फॉर दिस पुअर मैन्स काउ। और उन्होंने ये भी कहा था कि देखो अच्छी गाय रखने के बजाय आप मिस पुअर गाय रखने के बजाय गोट रखो, और गोट कैन बी अ काउ ऑफ अवर बेनिफिशरीज और यानी फार्मर्स। तो इसमें करीबन 70 मिलियन फार्मर डिपेंड ऑन दिस गोट फार्मिंग। जो एनुअल आजकल जो क्या है, गोट फार्मिंग को बहुत ज्यादा से डिमांड है, बिकॉज every day and every year mutton production is increasing day by day at the rate of 3.5%, and so that simultaneously we are not this cow hatya, that act came in our India, so we are not producing beef production. So ultimately the non-veg eaters, they diverted to the goat and chicken. So last year goat production 2014 to 2019, goat production increased by 10%, and meat production is around 29%, and milk production is around 12% in India. Compared to world, this is our milk production capacity of India. Goat sector contribute 8.4% of our livestock GDP, livestock GDP is a major part of our Indian GDP, and in this there are many factors like that: meat, milk, skin, hide, like that. देखो, goats are among the first livestock animals after dog. It was domesticated. Then they have, और then उनके जो eyes होते हैं ना, they are odd, they are not in single. जैसे अभी हम लोग देखते हैं, whenever we are turning our eyeballs, both eye will turn at the same direction. But in case of goat, they can move in different direction. So this is one typical characteristic of goat. Goat are born with stomach. देखो, हमारे रूमिनेंट्स में क्या होता है, जैसे कि गाय भैंस हो गया, इनका रूमन डेवलप नहीं होता है, बट गोट का स्टमक पहले से ही अच्छा खासा डेवलप रहता है। और जब ये बचपन में रहते हैं उसमें, देन इसका टीथ प्रोडक्शन होता है, टीथ ऑलरेडी इनके होते हैं, मिल्क टीथ जो हम इसको कहते हैं, दैट आर प्रेजेंट इन द गोट। एंड इसका जो मिल्क है आर वेरी वेरी पॉपुलर अमंग दिस ह्यूमन बींग्स, बिकॉज जो गोट का मिल्क है दैट इज वेरी पॉपुलर ड्यू टू हैविंग मेडिसिनल वैल्यूज, और इसके अंदर जो लिपिड होते हैं, जो फैट ग्रैनुल्स होते हैं, दे आर वेरी वेरी फाइन। तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, जो डाइजेस्टिबिलिटी होती है हमारे ह्यूमंस की, वो बहुत ज्यादा होती है। दूसरा देखा जाए तो एक कश्मीरी फैब्रिक जो होता है वो ओनली गोट के फाइबर से ही मिलता है, ओनली एंड ओनली गोट कैन प्रोड्यूस दिस कश्मीर फैब्रिक। सो दीज आर सम टिपिकल फैक्ट्स, किसी और एनिमल्स में नहीं होते। तो इंडिया रैंक्स सेकंड इन द गोट पॉपुलेशंस, एंड sheep is our Indian sheep is also populating. So देखा जाए डे बाय डे कैसे गोट पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रहा है। 2013 तक देखो 162 था, उसके बाद में 2014-19 तक इसका पॉपुलेशन और बढ़ते गए हैं। एंड देखा जाए तो हमारा आजकल गोट जो पॉपुलेशन है, ग्राफिकली देखा जाए तो देखो, गोट का 27.80% पॉपुलेशन हमारे इंडिया में है, शीप का 13.87% है, बफेलो 28% है, कैटल 38% है। तो कंपैरेटिवली सब एनिमल को देखा जाए तो हमारा गोट का पॉपुलेशन बहुत अच्छा सा है, और इट इज इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे। और स्टेट के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो इंडिया में देर आर सो मेनी स्टेट्स आर प्रोड्यूसिंग गोट प्रोडक्शंस, बट Rajasthan is a major one of, and Rajasthan, then Andhra Pradesh is there, then Uttar Pradesh is there, Maharashtra and Gujarat. These are some major goat producing states in our India. But in the goat farming, there are so many challenges. So we can differentiate these challenges into two categories. One is technical challenges and one is commercial challenges. देखो, अभी सपोज हमने गोट फार्मिंग किया, गोट फार्मिंग करने के बाद भी वी कैन नॉट एबल टू सेल इन द मार्केट एज इजीली एज, but there are so many technical also problems, जैसे कि we don't have genetically high improved breeds, जैसे कि कुछ अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज ब्रीड्स है या exotic breeds है, वो we don't have that accessible here. Then lack of scientific feeding practices, जैसे कि अभी हम feeding practices करते हैं तो डे बाय डे जैसे ग्रेजिंग को भेजना है, then whatever is they are getting they can be fulfilled with that feed and fodder. वो साइंटिफिक फीडिंग नहीं करते कि कितना परसेंट ड्राई मैटर होना चाहिए, कितना परसेंट ग्रीन होना चाहिए, उसमें मिनरल कितने होने चाहिए, ये सब चीजें हम नहीं करते हैं। उसकी वजह से जो प्रोडक्शन हमको मिलना चाहिए वो प्रोडक्शन हमें इजीली मिल नहीं पाता है। देन देर आर सो मेनी डिसीजेस ऑल्सो, कि जो बैक्टीरियल डिसीजेस है, कुछ वायरल डिसीजेस है, और कुछ पैरासाइट्स होते हैं। ये सारे का हमारे फार्म पे या हमारे सेक्टर पे कोई इफेक्ट हो जाता है तो हमारा जो फार्म है उसका इकोनॉमिकली पूरा का पूरा लॉस में चला जाएगा। तो इसमें जो मेजर डिसीज होते हैं जैसे कि पीपीआर हो गया, जो हम उसको बुलकांडी कहते हैं या डायरिया कहते हैं, देन सीसीपी होता है, एक निमोनिया का प्रकार होता है, देन एफएमडी होता है, जो हमारे जो क्लोन फुटेड एनिमल्स होते हैं जिनकी खुरें होती है जिस जानवर को, उस जानवर में ये पाया जाता है, ये वायरल डिसीज होता है। इस डिसीज के कारण क्या होता है, हमारे गोट का प्रोडक्शन इन द सेंस क्या है, हमारा मटन का वेट कम हो जाता है, देन मिल्क प्रोडक्शन कम होता है, देन मॉर्टेलिटी बढ़ जाती है। तो इस सभी के कारण हमारा फार्म निगेटिव बैलेंस में चला जाता है। देखो, इस सब की वजह से क्या दूसरा प्रॉब्लम होता है कि बच्चों में ये बीमारियां बहुत ज्यादा सी लगती है, फिर वो किड मॉर्टेलिटी होती है। जैसे अभी कश्मीर का हिसाब से देखा जाए तो वहाँ पे ठंड बहुत ज्यादा होती है और फोडर की स्कार्सिटी होती है। तो इस केस में हमें वी आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोवाइड sufficient feed and fodder to the animals. We are not providing health care to the animals. We are not providing climate resilient this shade to the this animal, और उसकी वजह से फिर किड मोर्टेलिटी बहुत बढ़ जाती है। और हमारा जो खान पान है भेड़ बकरियों का वो बहुत पुअर क्वालिटी का होता है। ये सब टेक्निकल चैलेंजेस है। अभी कमर्शियल चैलेंज में देखा जाए तो we don't have organized market in our India. There are commercial challenges. So among these, we don't have organized market here, and absence of scientific farms. Scientific farm we don't have. There are few farms at government sectors, but they are not up to date, and we farmer cannot approach to the scientific farm easily. So this is one commercial problem. No specialized feed unit. Specialized feed units in the sense nowadays feed units are coming, but specialized feed for goat purpose only feed unit is not available in the market. Then lack of proper vaccination knowledge. The farmers, those are rearing this goat, they don't have sufficient knowledge of vaccination. At which stage you have to vaccinate, and which vaccine you have to do, at what dose you have to do. These are the commercial point of view. Vaccination schedule is so important for the this goat farming. Then lack of commercial value chain, because in this way we don't have commercial value chain. जैसे कि in Rajasthan some vendors are collecting this buck and goat from the Rajasthan places, and they are selling to the Mumbai or Delhi or some metro places. So for that purpose we need one commercial chain. Some farmer will pick up, then they will sell to the dealer one, then that dealer will send to the next dealer, and finally it will go to the slaughterhouse or direct utilization for utilization purpose. So we don't have commercial value chains. Then lack of proper scientific information. We don't have proper information regarding this goat management, goat farming. Then this booklet we don't have properly. So for farmer oriented, yeah, in this way there is little bit literature available for this farmer to manage their farms easily. So these are some technical and commercial challenges in this goat farming. So how to manage this technical challenge, how to minimize these challenges, and to make our this goat farming as a successful business. देखो, initially our farmer system is to do this conventional farming, like just bringing this goat, 2-3 goats, then collecting all the village goats into one place and sending to for grazing. Otherwise, one farmer, old age, child, women, they are taking care of this goat farming. So this type of goat farming will not give you any profitable credit in your account, because this type of farming, this is a means we call it as a free range farming, or this is our native farming. So in this way, we should avoid this type of farming. There should be one scientific person who should monitor and different group age, like kids, then this old age, breeding, pregnant, lactating. They should be managed easily. So there are some advantages of goat farming. So just we'll see one by one how this goat farming or goat are useful to us. So first thing is that this is the backbone of our economy. Livestock farming is definitely backbone of economy. Among these, goat also contributing to the GDP at to 8.4%. So this is the backbone of our economy. So this is the advantages of our goat farming. Then it give economic returns to us, because once we are selling one goat directly to the some third party or some in the market, we will get money as ATM, which we are using our ATM for our money withdrawal. So same thing, this goat is also for exchange of money in that way. Then employment income generation, because nowadays we don't have sufficient government employments. Our employments are unemployment is increasing among the farmers and youth. So we can minimize that unemployment through this goat farming or livestock farming. Then it gives insurance against crop failure. Suppose we have agriculture. Along with agriculture, some goat we are rearing or managing at our farm, and suddenly something happened to our farm, and that assured crop we didn't get, but our goat farming will give assured crop as a secondary income to the our agriculture. These goat are selective eaters. Why you are choosing these goat? Goat are selective eaters. They nibbles, and these animals are very clean. In India, many domesticated goat breeds are available, and we are utilizing them for our benefit. They stay in herds, and they stay in herds, and they are very versatile, and they live in diverse climatic conditions like deserts, mountains, tropicals, on plains, and even this high rainfall area also. The average lifespan of this goat is 10 to 12 years, and but they can live up to the 30 years, but we are not allowing them for this much to stay. So the productive life is 10 to 12 years. In this 10 to 12 year, if we get maximum of 5 to 6 crops in that 10 to 12 years, that is sufficient for us to have a profit. Then there is some purposes of this farming. If you starting any business of this goat farming, then you should know for what purpose you are doing this business. There are some businesses, and for what purpose you are doing this one. So first and most thing is meat production. Most of the goat farming is utilized for meat production and as for their own consumption. Then second is milk production. Then third is exporting. If you would like to export this animal, that purpose you can do this business. Then breeding stock generation. Some farmers, we like that new farmers are coming in the field and they would like to start their business, and they want their mother stock. So they cannot go in the market and pluck some good animals, because whoever is selling animals, they are some problematic. So if they approach such a farmer, those are producing breeding rams or breeding bucks or breeding stocks, so they can get at higher prices. Next is this hair productions, wool production, or more productions. These are some commercial point of view. So among these, most commonly is meat productions. That is called a fattening of these kids. So in this way, there are so many different type of approaches we should know before starting our business. Then there are some secrets of goat farming, some mantras. We should call it as a mantras, because goat farming has some secrets like that. Which farm you are choosing, that farm is most important. That is land or shelter of this goat. Then breeding management is also important. Then feeding management. Then how to manage their health. Health management is important. These are the 5 mantras of our goat farming. We'll see one by one that one. In India, there are many type of farmers, and they have lands. The land holding capacity is decreasing as our population is increasing, and that is due to that one. We have 84% of small and marginal farmers in our India, and large farmers are less than 3%. So this is increasing day by day, and agriculture dependent crops are not sufficient to sustain their family. So for sustainable income or livelihood of this farmer, this agriculture related livestock farming, among this livestock farming, goat farming will be much more better than agriculture for the small holding farmers. So you see in this map, this dark shaded area is having less than 1 hectare of land. So in Kashmir, UP, then this Odisha, Kolkata, and these places have less than 1 hectare of land per head. And 1 to 2 hectare land is shown in this middle area of our India. And only Rajasthan, Gujarat, they have more than 2 hectares of land per head. So type of goat farming, there are different type of goat farmings. They are categorized depending on their farming management systems. So one is extensive or free range farming, then second is semi-intensive farming, and third one is intensive farming. These farmings are categorized depending on different management practices. The free range is our ancestral type of farming. In these farmings, all villagers collect their goat in a group or herd, and then they will send to the grazing. So in this grazing, the minimum cost is zero, because we are not spending single rupee on management of this goat, so the cost is zero. Then the management, we are not constructing any kind of shed, only a little bit shed we are giving to protect from wind, rain, and sun. So that shed is not up to the mark, up to the standards levels. So free range system having, these are the drawback benefits, but there are so many drawbacks. As free range, animals are grazing kilometers together, and they are spending their energy for the walking. Then they are coming to the farm. So weight gain, we are not getting sufficient weight gain in this breed. Then we are not providing any kind of feed or fodder or concentrate to this animal. So we are not getting appropriate weight in these animals. Then this we are not able to identify which animal is come in heat, or which animal came in having some medical problems, or so which animal is sick or something. We are not able to find out in this easily. And if any one of animal came in heat, then that buck or ram will disturb all the flocks, and they are not allowing all the flocks to graze properly. So these are the some drawback of this problem. Then predations also will occur in this. Major problem of predations occurs in the free range system, because we have to protect from the predation system, dogs or wolf or fox, like that. We have to protect from that animals. And thieving means the thief can steal our animals in easily way as free range system. So then next type of system is semi-intensive. Semi-intensive, you are just seeing in this picture, semi-intensive. Animals are having shelter, means proper shelter is there, watering system also is there, and for 5 to 6 hours animals are going for grazing. After coming to the shade, we are providing on concentrate feed, some dry matters feed, and then grains also we are providing. So in semi-intensive system, we are providing shelter, we are providing feed, we are providing security, and we are providing their this healthcare facility to the animals. In these systems, we are minimizing our feeding costing through grazings, and we are providing minimum feed and fodder to the animals. In semi-intensive system, there are so many advantages, as we are able to manage this old age, then breeding stocks, and then kids, then pregnant, lactating, all we are able to manage at our eye. Then proper management in this way, like heat detections, then this lambings or kidding, we can manage easily. Then we are we are separating this buck or this ram from this female, so avoiding turbulence to the animals. And in this way, the semi-intensive system is the best systems in this farming of goat farming or any poultry farming. The semi-intensive type of system is appropriate and best one. So third one is intensive. If you are planning to do business on large scales, and we have sufficient of manpower to do this business, then the first and foremost thing is we have to construct a big farm. On that farm, most of the construction cost is more than 10 to 12 lakh rupee for 100 goats, and this cost is much more than our production. So if you are looking toward forward, then we can do this intensive system. In this intensive system, completely animals are kept in the shade, and we are providing everything to the animals, and we are getting much more production compared to extensive and semi-intensive systems. So this intensive system is somewhat costly, and we are not recommending this system. Next is selection of goat breeds, and there are many goat breeds in India, but we have to choose appropriate to our business. For what purpose we are doing this business? If mutton purpose is there, we have to choose our local breeds. If locality is like that, if you are doing the business in Konkan area of Western Ghat, then you have to choose the Konkan Kalyan goat. If you are doing the business in Rajasthan, then you have to choose the Shiroi goat for mutton production. If you are doing this business in the West Bengal, then you have to choose that local goat breed, that is Black Bengal. If you are doing this business in Rajasthan or UP, then you can choose this Bittel goat breed. Then you can choose a Shiroi. There are so many goat breeds. You must aware about that goat breeds and their locality, because they are adopted in that locality and they are very sturdy to the particular that environment present in your locality. There are some common breeds. They are used for meat purpose, milk purpose, or dual purpose. This Jamnapari is mainly for milk purpose, and this for hair and wool. There are two breeds, that is Gaddi and the Changthani. These breeds are used for the hair and hair type of breeds. And meat purpose breeds are these Shiroi is their Black Bengal, and this our Bittel. These are and Usmanabadi. These are the for mutton purpose breeds. So there are some commonly used 10 goats breeds. I'm just telling. One is boar goat. This is exotic type of breed. It is African breed. So next is a Barbary goat breed. Then another is Malwa goat breed. It is in southern portions of India. Then Shiroi goat breed is there. Telicheri is goat breed is there. Black Bengal, Jamnapari, Usmanabadi, and Sanen. Sanen is used for milk purpose, but we are not using in India because this is not fully adopted in, and only intensive farmer can do this one for milk production. And one is last is a Bittel. So in this way, you have to choose goat. So how to choose the goat? There are some typical points you have to consider while choosing or selections of the goat from market, from breeders, or wherever you are going to select the breed. Then some points you should note like that. Their legs should be straight. If you are choosing females, means goat, then front leg should be straight, hind leg should be straight, and in hind leg there should be a gap for this udder. Then udder should be developed. Both these teeth should be equal size. They should not compress after milking. Then their eyes should be alert. Their ears should be clear and lengthy. Then their these horns, their nose, their nostrils, they should be clean. And in this way, you have to select a healthy and ideal this animal for your purpose. And after selection of your animal, then animal should kept in isolation for around 3 months to 45 day to 3 months for any prevalence of diseases like there's PPR, PFMD, or any kind of diseases. And then you should allow them to your own farm. So in this way, we should female goat. For the male goat, you should select the animals. 4 legs should be straight. Animal should not have any knuckling. Then his nose should be in straight way. Then eye should be clean and does not have watery discharge or any kind of anemic symptoms in the eyes. Then his neck should be straight. Then the testicles should be equal. They should not have unequal testicle size, and testicle should be in proper size. The goat, that buck or ram should be 1 year to 1.5 year old, not less than that one, because the puberty will reach at 1.5 year old. So in this way, you have to select your appropriate breed, and the breed should be from your locality. And then simultaneously, you can introduce another breeds in your flock or in your this one. There are some different region wise some classification is there of breed. The temperate regions, in the temperate region, Gaddi, Changthani, Chegu, and Shingari, these are breed available. In southern region, Usmanabadi, Malbari, Sangamneri. In western region, Jamnapari, Bittel is there. And this western region, Shiroi, Barbari, this Kuchi, Mehsana, Jalawadi, Surti, and Marwadi are present. In northern regions, this Jamnapari and Bittel are available. And in eastern region, this Black Bengal, Ganjam, and Assam Hills, Chakran also is available in this region. So according to region, you should choose your particular breed, and that breed should be studied in your area. These are some examples of breeds, and you can see this one. The first one is, this is a Bittel, this is Shiroi buck, this is Usmanabadi buck, this is Black Bengal. See how many that kids she have more than twinnings. Twinning is more than 2, 3 like that they having. Then this is a Changthani, this is a Gaddi, and these are the Japrani. This is Jamnapari goat. So in India, there are so many goats depending on different locality, and you can use that kind of goat only for your business. So the next is housing. So housing of goat, there are some points we have to consider for this one. You can see in this picture. This picture is having this is a semi-intensive type of shed. In this shed, both sheds are having shelter and then paddock, because animal can move if they would like to go into the sun, they can come outside and they can stay in the paddock. And if they feel high cold or some sunstroke, then they can move into the field. There's a shade. So this is somewhat ideal shade for this goat farm. But for construction of this shade, we have to spend a lot of money. So before starting such business, you start with minimum or conventional shades. In that way, you will manage your money and you can focus on your farming. So ideal goat housing should be dry. It should not be having any kind of dung or water or any. Then it should be draft free. Then well ventilated. These are some typical. You should have that in the farm, and it made to develop an economics. Dekho. Then if you are choosing some cement, concrete, or some major tin, steel, then the cost will be high. Then that should be comfortable and dry. Then it protects from adverse weather like high rainfall, winter, then this wind. We should protect from it. Protection from rain, humidity, predators, accident, and parasitic infection. Yeah, that should be controlled in this gate. Minimum labor requirements, and should be available of material. So those materials available at your place, you can use that one. Then it should be A shape, because if it's A shape, then whatever ammonia from urine, it will go up and it will remove from the upper layer, and both all sides should be open. Then 60 to 20 feet with 6 feet height and 8 to 10 feet this side height, we can use this type of shed for our purpose. Then this second, you can see this is a conventional type of only providing protections of wind and air. Then floor space requirement for this one. Before choosing this one, we should know the direction. Direction of our shed should be east-west direction for proper sunlight eradications. Then open should be there, free air. Then land should be dry and high altitude. Floor types should be this muddy or sandy. Then water should be ample and clean. Electricity should be there for this chopping and light, heat, and road transportation is should be available. And the land should be 1.5 to 2 kilometers away from main road to protect from thief and this predation. Then floor space required for the adult goat 12 to 15 square feet per goat. Then lactating के लिए 20 square feet per goat, buck 20 square feet buck, kids 7 days to 3 months 5 square feet per kid, and 3 to 5 months 8 square feet, and 6 months and above 10 square feet. These are some typical floor space is required as per your demand. Then you can multiply these floor space and you can keep as much as you want the animal in your shed. Then feeding management. Before that, we should provide plenty of fresh water to the animals, and then feed goats like the weeds, grasses, hay, barley, bran, then corn, alfalfa, clover, sugar beets, cabbage, and carrots stepping. So many, because this animal goat is having ability to nipples out, so, and she can like many type of foods, not depending on the single food. If you are providing single maca means maize and maize, then they won't be able to sustain their taste buds for. Then we should not provide any milo, because they will cause urinary calculi. Then if you are providing this alfalfa suddenly or any grain losses to the animals, then they will cause to the bloat conditions in the animal. So change diet slowly to the next one. Then feeding of kids. So in the kid management, the kid management measure is there colostrum. After parturition, we should clean the animal, this kid, as early as possible. Remove the nostril, the nostril, clean the nostrils, body, and allow dam or this mother to leak that animals. Though this leaking will increases blood supply in the animals, and it will give extra energy to the animals, and all the materials will be cleaned by the animals. As early as you have to give this colostrum to the animals at the rate of 10% his body weight. If the animal is 2 kg, then you have to provide 200 ml and milk, this colostrum milk to the animals. This milk is having property of laxative category. It will clean his stomach. It provides essential nutrient to the animal. It gives immunity, strong immunity to the that kids. This is that immunoglobulins, and that 200 ml of colostrum you have to feed within 30 minutes of time into the stipulated dosage, like that 200 in a day. Then we have to first 50 ml, then 30 50 ml, like that. But in a day you have to provide that 200 ml to the animals. Then crate feeding. If the animals if you are using this kid for mutton purpose, or we would like to increase the body weight as early as possible, then we should provide 50 to 100 gram this concentrate per animal per day. That concentration should have protein content of 12%, 22%. Then we will get more and more body weight for marketing purpose. So feeding schedule of this birth up to the 90. In this way, first to 3 days we have to provide this colostrum. Then 4 to 14 days, the same situation, the animals kid will leak to the dam. Then 15 to 30 days, 350 ml of milk you have to provide at the rate of in the 3 feedings, a little bit of. Then simultaneously feeding we have to increases as per his demands. Then feeding of this breeding goat. So breeding goat, in this breeding goat, we have to feed that goat. Generally, we have to feed goat some constant these legumes. Then we have to pour dry matter, green matters, grain fodder, dry matters, and then these concentrates, minerals, everything we have to feed as per for maintenance purpose. This feed is depending on their stages of productions, like that pregnancy, lactating, or breeding. In this way, we have to change these feeding strategies. So flushing is the one technique or methodology we have to use in this this breeding goat or breeding buck. 2 weeks before breeding season, we have to start this flushing. Extra protein and energy just prior to the breeding to increase ovulation. So 350 grams of concentrate we are providing in this way to increase his ovulation, and we increase these follicles. So you can see in this picture, after giving this flushing, we'll see significant changes in the follicle growth and number of follicles. And these are this is by visual expression, and this is by ultrasound expression. These 2 pictures can depict you the importance of this protein or flushing in this breeding goat. Now the feeding of pregnant goat. Now the pregnant animal is pregnant. So one thing is there, sheep or goat. First is the maintenance rations that we are providing daily to the animals, and second is depending on the stages of that animal. So in the pregnant animals, daily, if you are measuring or if you are weighing the animal in 15 days or 30 days interval, then you will notice that the animal is gaining weight, extra weight for the fetus. For that development of fetus, if that animal having a single or twins or triplet of fetus, that dose will be depending on the animal. So for this extra fetus development, we have to provide extra nutrient to the animals. Then this proper feed goat exhausts high energy. During this development, they can increase their, they can utilize their energy, minerals, calcium, phosphorus, and everything to the for this milk and colostrum development. And then later on, the animals will be lean and thin. Then he cannot, that animal cannot gain again the weight, and the what that production of kid will be lean and thin, and he may have so many problems of diseases or unhealthy. So see, in this last pregnancy of this animal is 145 days to 50 days. In this last 2 months, 2 months are very, very important for the growth of this animal, because 60 to 70% of growth happens in this last period of the gestation. So we have to provide this steaming up, kept of separate pen, then feeding supplementary constant during the last 2 months of pregnancy, then free choice leak of mineral mixtures. We have to provide ad lib mineral mixtures. And in this way, healthy goat, if we are having that healthy goat, gives healthy kids. So this we have to remind. Feeding of lactating goat. Now the animal is delivered that baby. So for that that feeding that baby, he need to produce milk. So that milk, for production of milk, he need extra energy. That extra energy we have to provide through extra supplements. So for this, if animals are grazing for 4 to 5 hours, then 10 kg of green fodder we have to supply, and 400 grams of concentrate, 350 to 400 grams of concentrate we have to supply, and 800 grams of legumes per day you have to supply to the lactating animals. Then challenge feedings. This challenge feeding is this one kind of feeding. In this, we are giving some challenge to the animals, because once you are giving some challenges, the animal can adapt to that change or challenge of that one. In this way, we are giving 1% of trace minerals in this challenge feeding, and molasses at the rate of 5%. Feeding of breeding bugs. The same thing is here, to provide extra nutrient for breeding for proper the sperm productions, and that the sperm productions will be used for fertilization of eggs. So care must be taken, not allowed bug to get too much fat. If bug is too much fatty, then he won't mount on this doe or this one, and he cannot be giving reproductive performance. So make sure the bug get plenty of exercise. If you are providing this extra nutrient 450 to 900 gram per daily, those same things you have to take work from him. At the scientific feedings, in this feeding, although feeding standards are available to feed goat at various stages of production, but they are grossly ignored by farmers or entrepreneurs, because huge loss, this will cause huge loss in production. So properly made conventional feed is necessary to keep goat healthy for significant productions. So in this ways, this feeding is so important in this, and we are spending more than 72% of the cost of our production on this feeding. So composition of ideal mixtures. In this way, mixture, gram, maize, or this sesame, ground, rice, wheat, minerals, we have to make this component in one mixtures, and this mixture you have to feed in the dairy goat, kids, dairy goat, or meat goat, or pregnant goat. In different ratios you have to make this. In this way you have to make. Then breeding. In the some parameters of breedings are there. This goat will this come in puberty at 8 to 12 months. Then breeding age is 6 to 8 months. This one, then estrus cycle is 21 days. Then estrus period is repeated every 16 to 17 days. Estrus period is 9 to 21 days dose. So these are gestation period is 145. And this animal, the breeding season is affected by daylight or this length of light. The normal breeding season is September to October, then Feb to March, and May to June. This is minor season. So in herd of 20 goat, we should keep one breeding ram. That ram should be changed every 2 years of breeding. Then breeding method, there are different kind of breeders. One is inbreeding, that we should strictly avoid this inbreeding, because inbreeding will causes this weight loss, or this they will causes some genetic diseases in the our animals. So we should avoid this breeding. For that purpose, we should not keep the same this breeding buck or ram in our shed or our farm. We have to change that one. Then crossbreeding. If our mandate is the production of mutton, then we can use crossbreeding methodology for this breeding purpose. In this way, if I have black Bengal or I have this Usmanabadi goat, and I would like to I would like to use this my kid for this mutton purpose, then I can use this boar breed or beetle, this heavy rams, heavy bucks for breeding purpose. In this way, I can get multiple means this first generation of our breeding that will have maximum weight rather than that's normal breeding. So in this way I can use. But one thing you should know, if you are using this crossbreeding, we should not use that crossbreeding F1 generation for the second breeding. You have to cull that animal for mutton purpose only. Then this is artificial insemination. This is the advanced technology. This is artificial technology. In this artificial insemination, after offer the best means of distributing germplasm. For this purpose, we cannot keep our buck or ram for our purpose. We can use that elite rams or elite bucks for our purpose. And this can be done through this artificial insemination. Then we can do this artificial insemination by fresh or frozen semen. Then speculum method is used commonly as the vaginal passage is very small and you cannot introduce this sperm directly into the vagina. So the speculum method is used for this both sheep and goat. The generally artificial insemination lead to the lower reproductive rates because this artificial insemination is compromised one, and you are putting very small amount of sperm concentration in this method. So we have to do this methodology in two ways, means in the morning, early morning, and in the evening. So for this buck, this doe, ewe or doe, we have to do artificial insemination 2 times. So these are the some pictures of artificial insemination. So in this one, one person is directly, these are the resource, what things is needed for the artificial insemination. And these are the picture directly inseminating into the animals. So breeding methods, in this breeding methods, first thing we have to do, see that estrus signs. Estrus signs means this is nothing but animal is coming in estrus. And how to check that animals? This is, we can check by active males. If the animal is allowing female male, or if female is mounting on different animals, then that animal is in estrus. Then upfront buck, we can tie that upfront to the buck and allow him to search these females. Then vasectomized buck, we can use vasectomized of buck for this identification of heat. Then these are some different methodologies, worm pickup and culture. In this way, you can pick up one and put into the culture and put into the animals. This embryo transfer technology is the same, estrus synchronization, their supervision, normal mating and embryo collection and embryo transfer. These are the some steps in the this ETT. This estrus synchronization is the best technical methodology or techniques in our goat farming, because we'll get a lot of means many kids or many lambs in the same season or same period, so we can manage them, their health, their nutrition, or everything we can manage easily. Their marketing also we can do easily. So estrus synchronization is a best one technology. Then embryo cryopreservation you can do. If you have sufficient embryos of good female, you can preserve that one. If you would like to do this fattening of stock, fattening of goat or fattening of this kid, then there are some methods we have to do. First is castration. We have to do this castration. As castration, the animal gain his fat and he will be gaining more and more weight. Then vaccination we have to do. The deworming we have to do. Then concentrated mixture we have to provide to the animal that with 12 to 14% of protein and TDM. Then dressing percentage of this normally goat is 44 to 55%. And by fattening, this percentage is increasing, little bit is increasing. Then debudding, we have to remove their horns so that weight gain will be more. In this way, we are coming to the last, that vaccination. As as you all are aware about this prevention is better than cure. So in sheep or goat, there are particular some diseases. That diseases are very, very dangerous to the farmer economy, because once they come, you cannot, means doctor cannot save your animals, as they are viral diseases. There some are viral diseases, some are bacterial diseases. So among these, PPR is more common in the goat. Then FMD is there. Then anthrax is there. ET. Then introtoxemia is very, very common in the goat, and it is very toxic to the animals. Then HSBQ, goat pox, CCPP is also important one. So for this purpose, we have to give this vaccination to the animals. Once we start this protocol, once you start your business, this vaccination you have to do at your own level. Otherwise, you have to consult your concerning doctors. So in this way, prevention and control, CSWI develop one calendar. This calendar you should have at your farm, so you can manage and in which month which activity we have to do, and this activity will prevent any kind of damage to your farm or damage to your animals. So in this way, you are able to do this one. So now some goat products you have to make. As a goat, as such, goat cannot give you much profit like that one. So for that purpose, some goat value addition or goat processing, goat milk products you have to do, or goat product you have to do. So among these, mainly goat is used for the mutton production. Then you can make that mutton production in different categories. So mutton product you have to do. Then milk product you have to do. Some value added product like yogurt, cheese, soap, fiber wool, mohair, or tan oil. As like that product you have to produce from your milk product. So you will get extra benefit from your production. So lastly, how to do this marketing? Marketing, there are different strategy of your farm. Your main objective of your farm should be clear. Depending on that, you should go to the marketing. That the selling of kids, this live or mutton purpose kids, then kids sold for the breeding purpose to the farmers. Then this culling of doe or buck at the rate of 20%, you should sell that one at some cheaper rate. Then doe buck sold as a breeding stock. Value of inventory changes, you have to changes in your inventory. Then that you have to change in the calculate revenue per doe based on your number of does export to the buck. You have to calculate this. For this, the Eid buck selling or auction selling, and then for that Eid purpose, we have to maintain this buck production. Then exporting meat or hide or milk for exporting purpose. So generally, suppose if you have 100 of kids in your farm, then you should 60% of feed you should sell to the mutton production. Then 20% for the this breeder stocks. Then 10% for this Eid auction, and 10% for your own purpose. In this way, you should categorize your marketing strategy. And in this marketing strategy, if you are going to the market or middleman, they will ask you as per piece. So farmers should decide in their mind that they will not sell this animal to the vendors or to the dealer without weighing the animals. As we know, the dressing percent is approx 50%, and in the market, 600 to 700 kg per kg the mutton rates are available. So definitely you should sell your this live animal at the rate of 350 to 400 rupees per kg. So they will not cheat to you. So marketing, in this marketing, you should value add your product in different ways, like sale of meat or meat product instead of the live animals. If you're selling the direct meat or meat product by making one small group, then you will get extra benefit. Example, if we are selling 20 kg of live animals or live buck or this kid at the rate of 6,000 rupees per kg, 6,000 rupees per animals. Then the same animal, that owner, that butcher can make the animals into the meat and meat products, and he is selling 600 rupees per kg. As the dressing percentage is 50%, we get that dressing percentage as 10 to 11 kg of mutton. that 10 kg mutton, you will get that 7,000 rupees extra. But then hide, then his neck, this hoof, then his intestines, they will give extra benefit. So in short, if the farmer is maintaining, managing, or he is producing that one kid for 1 year, and he is getting approx max is not more than approx 500 to 700 per animal as a profit. And in the same way, the butcher is selling that animal in 1 hour, he is getting more than 1,000 rupees profit on that animals. So better you should sell your meat or meat product, then that goat, then wholesale, and we have to sell in wholesale. You have to sell. Then you should provide to the restaurant, direct to the consumer rather than a middleman. Then farmers markets, you have to go in the farmer markets, and you can sell on farms itself. If some farmers need this goat or buck, they can come to your farm and then can take that goat or buck to the event. Then event caterings. If some caterings are there, you contact to the caterings and make a group with the catering people and let them decide. When the catering have any events, then you should provide this meat or meat product to that catering person. Then value added. If you are value adding your products, then there are also some cost addition to the product of processing. If you are using the milk or meat product, then processing cost will be there, the wrapping cost will be there, packaging cost will be there, labeling, storage, and sale distribution cost, record keeping, office, extra. Before after this, if you are including all the cost, still you will be in more and more profit rather than selling as a live animals. So in this way, you should look to the value addition of your products. Then in this business, there are some risk factors, because this is a live animal business, and in this business you are depending on the live animals. The animal is dependent on different climatic environment, and these natural factors. So probably our chance of an event, exposure of financial impact if an event occurs. Seasons, there are harsh seasons, then this may affect on your diseases exposure, like this LSD. Some diseases may come and exposure. The sources, this production, price, and market risk. If a market like the this influenza virus, the market will get down. Then financial problems, then legal, business, regulatory. These are some problems of this one. And thieving, this killing, and poisoning to the malicious practices in your farm may get into the risk to your business.